Hey everyone, I'm Aurora Light. I'm a Joy Alchemist, a soul embodiment guide, and I am here for the joyful evolution of humanity. And what I wanted to do in this June energy update slash interpretation is to offer this synthesis that is coming from all of the intuitive downloads that I am receiving, as well as I am a huge reader of other people's work as well. And so what my specialty is truly is in synthesizing all of this information that I see out in the world and bringing it together alchemically, of course, into what it is for me and for the people that resonate with my work. So people in my soul group, people who are the conscious visionary leaders of tomorrow. If you are watching this right now, I know that you are here on a mission. You are probably a starseed, a light worker, a wayshower, somebody that is here to bear the light. And you have done this more than one time. And in the past, it probably has not ended that well in various lifetimes. And we are in the process of moving through this time of intense and incredible transformation on the planet. We are in the thick of chaos and harmony at the same time. It's kind of crazy, but two different timelines have been converging and they are melding together. And so this is an integrative period, and the two perspectives can be simultaneously experienced by a lot of people who are energetically sensitive, because you're getting the incoming light and you're also getting the chaos of the world around you. And it's very easy to be thrown off balance because you're not sure what to feel or what is yours. So what I am feeling into very strongly is that this transformative energy that is coming in is like the fire of the phoenix, right? We need destruction and dismantling and a removal of all of the old systems that aren't serving us so that we can build the new. And if you are watching this, you are one of the anchors of light that has been doing this consciously or unconsciously. Your frequency has been anchoring in higher vibrations because you know there's a possibility of a world that is more loving and kind and basically not in fear all of the time, but in this possibility for unity, for harmony, for love, for compassion, for respect, for peace, where everybody is able to respect and celebrate each other's differences rather than fear them, rather than put this otherness onto them and this fight of us versus them. And that is all distortion. Right? Fear is only this distortion of love because it is feeling like it is separate. And we are moving into a time of greater unity and harmony. And so this is what is really happening in this now. It's been happening astrally and in the etheric for a long time. We've known as light workers for a while that the scales had already been tipped, that the light has won, that our ascension of consciousness has been inevitable because everything's already been set in motion, but it takes time to trickle down into the physical. So what we are seeing now is this actual experience of the light illuminating all of the shadow shit. It is the light that is illuminating all of the darkness, and it can't hide anymore, right? Things are coming to light, and there's going to be more. There's going to be so much more because everything in this world is topsy-turvy right now. All of our values are inverted. Everything has been distorted and flipped around. And we are literally in this polarity flipping right now where we're going to be shifting from a lot of the old paradigm ways into the new. And so when you're in the middle of this really intense reversal of everything that we have been doing, it's gonna be a little crazy for a while. And so what my invitation to you is to really tune into what's in front of you, what you can focus on, what is in your space, and tune into like, what is mine, what is the outer worlds, and then checking in to see what you are to be doing. And here's the process I want to give you for that. It is to first tune in and ask, is this mine, right? Like, what is this? Is this collective, or is this what I am feeling? If it is yours, it is up to you to transmute it and to love it with all of the love and compassion in your heart for all of the feelings that you've had in your life where you have felt those separations, those fears, the traumas, the pain, and to be the loving parental figure to your own heart. And then you can transmute it into light, and you can align with yourself, body, mind, and soul, to take the aligned action that you might need to move forward with this. And if this is something that is for the collective, you don't have to transmute it. That's the thing, that time is over. You don't have to be the transmuter of energy, and that means the changer of the whole collective energy. What I would like to invite you to do is, instead of shifting it like by sheer force of will and through all the energy work, is to focus on what it is that you want instead, and what it is that you are wanting to anchor in. And that means if you are seeing chaos and you want to bring calm, then you expand the calm in you and you be that calm. And you might have to get really aligned first and raise your vibrational frequency. I bet you've got tons of ways to do that. And so I'm inviting you to do those things and only take action steps from that place of alignment, because we're going through this shift of reality. Like, everything is shifting and changing. It's going to be really weird for a lot of people as we're opening up to our multi-dimensional self. So this knowledge that's coming through is going to be like world changing, paradigm shifting, life altering for a lot of people who haven't been in the know. Maybe that's you, or maybe you've been doing this whole woo spiritual ascension thing for a long time. But either way, know that your soul is so knowledgeable, and we are reconnecting back into our multidimensional selves. That means everything you've ever been or ever experienced as your soul, your fragment or fractal, not fragment, but fractal of source, creative consciousness that is the all that is. Your soul, your spirit has had a lot of experiences beyond just this physical form, right? You've had past lives, parallel lives, other experiences in other dimensions, future lives, outside of time and space. You have all of the visionary perspective through all of what you have been through, and you are now connecting in with the timeless part of you that's outside and can see through and can guide you. And so I invite you to take more time for alignment, to connect with the knowledgeable self that you have. So for the wayshowers that have already been doing this work, this month is gonna be amazing in terms of the payoff. It's going to be paying off, right? It already has in so many ways, but we're going through this 3 eclipse sort of gateway where we're going to have a lunar eclipse, then a solar eclipse, then another lunar eclipse in basically the span of about a month. And I believe the first one is on June 5th. I should have written that down. And that is going to be a lunar eclipse. And anytime eclipses happen, they're harbingers of great change. And so then the solar eclipse is going to happen on the solstice. And then the next lunar eclipse is going to happen on July 4th in the United States of America. That's Independence Day. That's right after Canada Day, where I am. And so this is a giant portal that we're in for affecting massive change, and we're already in it already. We have been for a little while. So reality is shifting. Reality is not what we thought it was, and we are going to be expanding into greater knowledge of everything that we have been and everything that we are. So more intuition is going to be coming through to you, and it can be overwhelming again if you're focusing on the chaos as well as the harmony part, if you're focusing on everything at once. So if you are feeling out of balance, I invite you to take a breath or 10. Relaxing the nervous system is going to support you so much to move out of fight and flight and into a relaxed state of being where you can be responsive and you can take action from aligned places instead of just reacting or just like spilling your ick all over everybody. So we're also moving into a time where instead of believing that we are in danger for shining our light, that we are going to know that we are supported for it. because already the light has one. And so many of us are carrying in our multidimensional self this witch wound, this pain from all of the crap that happened to us in previous lives. We're carrying it, if you've never incarnated on earth before, in our cellular memory and in the collective consciousness as well, where we know witches were burned. We know that Jesus was crucified. We know that light bearers were exiled and hung and drawn and quartered and stoned and all of these things. And so we are moving out of a time where we have been in danger for shining our light into a time where we are so fully supported by the energy around us. And that is so very different from where we were in the past. So it takes extra love and a lot of reprogramming at the subconscious level, at the conscious level even, right? And in the epigenetics of it as well. So as we are tuning into more layers of our multidimensional self, more of this might be coming up for you, ready to be cleansed, cleared, loved, transmuted, and healed, because this is a different time. This is the time where everything is shifting, because the consciousness on the planet has already been elevated to a point where it is safe, at least in most places, to shine your light, right? If I'm speaking from a privileged place in North America where I am able to speak about my multidimensionality and about my spirituality in ways that are not going to get me killed. People might be repelled by them. People might be scared by them. People might think I am absolutely crazy, and that's okay. My body is safe from this, and know that all of the light bearers now are so divinely supported. And here's the thing, you always have been, right? When you came in those previous lives to anchor in the light and you were killed or maimed or exiled and bad things happened anyway, you were still supported. You volunteered for that mission to anchor the light, knowing full well how it would end, because you knew it was important. We were playing the long game, and now we're in more of the actual, we're in it now. We are in it. This is more like the end game here. And so things are all coming to light. And there is going to be also elements coming in this month of humility for all of us. And people are going to be humbled by outside forces, people that are in states of prejudice and fear. They are going to be humbled from all of the energy shifting. And then also those that are the light bearers, the wayshowers, those first waves of ascended beings who are anchoring in the highest light, they are going to find the humility to know that they are no greater than or less than for what they have been doing. It is all just part of the stage. We are all playing this game, and we are all these multidimensional masters, fractals of the infinite source of creator consciousness coming to play here, and we're all playing our roles. And some of us are playing the ones that woke up first and are anchoring in the light. Some of us are playing this second tier of people that are like busting down systems, and they're saying that they are the ones on the ground with the boots on the ground and shifting things. And we also have the ones who are still more deeply asleep, no greater than or less than, right? Because we are all just experiencing everything for each other so we can learn and grow from this knowledge. And so breathing into all of this, just know that no matter what stage of awakening or ascension that people are on, if you are one who is anchoring the light and raising your vibrational consciousness to these places of peace, of love, of unity, of harmony, and taking aligned action from there, or if you are just giving her, or if you're not going to be watching this if you're deeply asleep, but we are sending love and compassion and light out to every single being on this planet. And I just want to invite you to know that we are coming into this time of more compassion, because everybody is shifting and changing so quickly at the physical, the intellectual, and at the DNA level. The light that's coming in is shifting us, and there are going to be many activations over this next month as well, with the light streaming in that is from the sun, which is also part of you, right? Your higher self is up there and streaming in these light codes to you to turn on new gifts, new parts of your multidimensionality, new abilities, and new levels of consciousness are going to become available to all of us over this next month. I am very curious to see what that's going to look like on the other side. A lot of this is happening both very etherically and also very physically. You can see it playing out on the groundwork, and you can see it happening in the astral. And so I want to invite you to just know that your greatest gift that you can give to yourself and to all of humanity is to pause before you speak, to pause before you do, and take some time to get into alignment with you. And then from that place, take the action steps so that we can move out of this fear and this separation into a time where we are more unified while still celebrating our differences. We are moving through this time in a lot of chaos with a whole lot of power. People are really sharing this idea that nothing that is not love and compassion is acceptable any longer. And so that is shifting. If you are one of these forerunners of this light, you can't really look around into the world to see where we are going, but you can see how far we've come, right? In the last 50 years, even just the things that are no longer acceptable. You can see it with the Me Too movement, with the protests that are happening over George Floyd's death. You can see it throughout the entire earth. The light is winning, and it's already won. This is our time to reconnect more deeply to ourselves and align with our multidimensional self, to that timeless aspect, and allow it to guide us into greater heights of unity. And so all of this information that I'm sharing with you has been a synthesis of, again, things that I have read. So I will just say, if you want to go deeper into this, some of the beings that I really resonate with my body as a truth barometer, are beings like Matt Kahn, Sandra Walter, Jason Estes, and there are so many more beings that are just sharing what they are intuitively feeling is happening at this time. And often we are being guided by our multidimensional selves, by our soul star families, by just the energies that are here. We are so supported. That was the main message that came through, is moving from being in danger and feeling that at the soul level to really feeling and claiming that we are so supported by the seen and the unseen. The energy on the planet right now is here for us. It is here to make this shift, and we could choose to be focused on the awful parts, on the chaos, on the death, on the craziness, or we can keep our eyes focused on where we're going, right? And that is ascending to this place where we are more harmoniously aligned with one another and the earth. So I am wishing you just a beautiful June. I am wishing you all of my love and just sending you the one message that I really want you to take through is that pause, to connect in, to align before you take any action at all, so that we can do it from that space where we are responding rather than reacting, and we are working for the highest good of all. All of my love.